Welcome to the 2020 South Australian and Northern Territory State iAwards. I'm Ben Campbell, founder of the business advisory practice The Self-Made Theory and a member of the SANT AIIA Council. I'm honoured to be your host today, and I'm excited to see our two great central states, SA and NT, vying for top innovation bragging rights. And don't we all want to see our winners go on to do us proud at the AIIA Nationals? If we're to celebrate innovation, then we should begin with acknowledging the tens of thousands of years of innovation that have been handed down through the generations from the original custodians of the lands we meet on today. I acknowledge that the land we're broadcasting from today is the traditional lands for the Kaurna people, and that we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. We also acknowledge that the Kaurna people are the custodians of the Adelaide region, and that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still important to the living Kaurna people today. We also pay respects to the cultural authority of Aboriginal people visiting and attending from other areas of South Australia. There are also people joining us today from the Northern Territory, where the Larrakia people are the traditional owners of the Darwin region. I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and celebrate the diversity of Aboriginal peoples and their ongoing cultures and connections to the lands and waters of the Northern Territory. I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you all live and work today, and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, people who are participating in these awards today. So today we present the iAwards in a virtual format for the very first time, and it's not going to be your usual webinar. We've got some things in store for you. So think of it a bit more like watching the Oscars. We've taken this time to be a little bit innovative through the entire iAwards process, including our biggest pitch competition and this ceremony today. The feedback we've received from our entrants has been great, and the quality and quantity has been very high. Who doesn't like exceeding expectations? So today we're recognising 15 finalists across 7 categories as we look for the best South Australian and Northern Territory has to offer. So before we get started, I'd just like to thank some sponsors who helped make this event possible today. So our major national iAwards partner is the Victorian Government, our principal partner is NBN Co, and our category award sponsors, and our national iAwards sponsor is the University of Queensland. Our category award sponsors for the Technology Platform Solutions of the Year is ASG Group. Our National Government and Public Solution of the Year is award sponsor is ServiceNow. Our Education and Student Solution of the Year sponsor is Dell Technologies Australia and New Zealand. Not-for-Profit and Community Solution of the Year is Civica. Our Startup of the Year sponsor is Stone & Chalk, and our Business and Industry Solution of the Year is the Department of Innovation and Skills here in South Australia. The platform we're hosting you on today has some really exciting ways for you to be more engaged with the celebration than you've ever had before. So you can see the event program in there, you can explore all of the entrants in each of the categories, you can learn more about our speakers throughout the day, and you can hear from our sponsors and so much more. You can also network like you would do in person, but virtually, by connecting and chatting and exchanging business cards virtually. Not that different really to do it in person. Just add your quick bio and your preferred level of interaction in the platform. And if you're the social media type, well, share your photos of how you're celebrating via LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. Details are on the virtual platform, and use the hashtag iAwards2020. All right, I want to just acknowledge the 60 or more judges who gave their time to adjudicate all of our entries, and in particular our Chief Judge, Gary Buck. They've been really generous with their volunteering their time, and our judges had to declare their confidentiality and that there were no conflicts of interest. Each entry has been judged and scored based on 4 key criteria. The first one being, what is the opportunity that your solution enables and who's it for? In what ways is your solution different? What is the technology in your solution? And what is the likelihood of your solution making a positive difference? Scores are then tallied, and those that meet the threshold set proceeded to become a finalist in today's ceremony. And that's how our finalists got here. To all of our finalists, I wish you all the very best. Congratulations on your submission and being a finalist in the 2020 South Australian Northern Territory iAwards. I'd like to now introduce the Honourable Steve Marshall, MP Premier of South Australia. The Premier has been a great supporter of the AIIA, right down to helping promote the program personally earlier on in the year. And the SA Government's a great supporter of innovation technology, and their investment in this sector leads the country. Thank you, Premier.
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to welcome you to the first ever virtual South Australian AIIA iAwards. I'm so glad that the AIIA have been innovative enough to adapt these awards to ensure that they can go ahead in our current climate. Today, I'd like to talk to you about how important innovation and collaboration have been for South Australia to survive and thrive through the unprecedented times that we're currently living in. This year started with bushfires, followed immediately by the global COVID-19 outbreak, impacting almost every aspect of our lives. The world was changing even before the pandemic, and if it wasn't clear before, it certainly is now that the faster that we can innovate and adapt to change, the better off we'll be. The innovation of South Australia has really come to the fore during this pandemic, whether it be through our incredible health sector, police services, or our wonderful teachers responding to the rapidly changing environment to ensure that the next generation of South Australians continue to receive a world-class education. I think the IT sector in South Australia is particularly good at the kind of rapid innovation and adaptability that we've needed in recent months. The huge shift of people to work from home has undoubtedly shown how much we can achieve in a very short period of time when we have the right people and the right technology in place. As our state begins to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, it is the ideal time to think about how we can do things differently and build on the collaboration that's already happening. It was only March last year when I signed the Adelaide City deal, securing the joint investment of Lot 14 with the Australian Government and the Adelaide City Council. Since then, the South Australian Government has provided an additional $98 million of funding for the City Deal projects, transforming it into a $649 million joint investment. When the City Deal concludes in 2029, 6,000 people are anticipated to be working, researching and studying at Lot 14. Just last month, Accenture, one of the world's largest technology and professional services firms, announced the establishment of the Accenture Adelaide Hub, which is expected to inject over $1 billion into the state's economy and create up to 2,000 new jobs over the next 5 years. The investment will include the development of national security operations and cyber defence capabilities, new advanced centres of excellence and intelligent operations capabilities. But I think that's just the start. The flow-on effects of investing in innovation will be felt for years to come. As we face the challenges that COVID-19 brings, along with other global challenges, now is the time to find new ways of doing things, to work together and to put our collective efforts into building on the ideas that will drive our economy forward now and into the future. Thank you and all the best for the iAwards tonight.
Thank you, Premier Marshall. I'd now like to hand over to the AIIA Chairman, Mr. Rob Hillard, to say a few words as well.
On behalf of the National Board of the Australian Information Industry Association, welcome to the 2020 iAwards. This year's awards have the same important goal as every year, but of course, in 2020, they're being delivered very differently. I have to take the opportunity to say thank you and congratulate the state and federal councils, the iAwards committee, the judges, but most of all of the entrants to this year's awards for making the pivot so quickly. In its own right, that is an innovation. Back in March, the National Board wondered what the appetite would be to even be thinking about technology innovation, let alone entering the iAwards in a year that was obviously going to be so badly disrupted. However, we also knew that it's during a time of crisis that ongoing trends get accelerated. And it's turned out that the pandemic has lived up to this. We've seen a significant acceleration of the very digital trends that were already so important in our society. Every year, the awards are an opportunity to showcase what's happening. And this year, that acceleration has meant that the awards have never been so important, and it's reflected in the quality of entries that we've received. The iAwards are an opportunity for all of the entrants to be able to network, to be able to showcase, and to find ways to get their ideas more effectively and more quickly to market and get involved with a wider range of stakeholders. It's on this last point that I really want to ask for all of your help. It is absolutely wonderful that you've taken the time out to be part of this event. But please, don't just be a passive stakeholder. Take the opportunity to connect with the amazing entrants, to connect with other members of the technology industry, and to find ways to amplify what everybody is doing. 2020 has been a horribly disrupted year, with so many terrible things happening in the whole world and in the community around us. But yet, there can be some significant good that comes out of all of this, and there is opportunity. The whole of the Australian population, from primary school right through to aged care, have learned how to do things in technology that they didn't know how to do before. They have developed a huge range of digital muscles, and those are muscles that we have to help everybody to keep on using, to find new ways of innovating. The things that we are doing now are going to be really important for the future of our nation and for the way that we live and work in 2021 and all the way through this decade and well beyond. And as you're about to see, the Australian technology industry is right there, ready to help make that happen. Thank you again for taking part in this year's iAwards. The best of luck to all of the entrants, and to everybody, congratulations and thank you for everything that you are doing to make the Australian technology industry bigger and better and brighter for the benefit of all of Australia.
Thanks, Robert, and thanks to our national iAwards sponsor, the University of Queensland. Okay, now it's on to our very first award. It's for the Technology Platform Solution of the Year, and I welcome David Kerner, the South Australian State Manager of our sponsor, ASG Group, to the virtual stage to present this award.
Hello and welcome to everybody here today. My name's David Kerner. I'm the State Manager for the ASG Group in South Australia. I'm also a member of the AIIA Council here in SA. And as one of the sponsors of today's event, I'm delighted to be joining you for the South Australian and Northern Territory iAwards for 2020. The first time that we've all done this virtually. So firstly, a shout out to everybody who was involved in getting this up and running today. It's no mean feat. And also more generally, appreciation of the industry generally for getting business and government back up and running in what have been frankly quite unprecedented times. Certainly a number of my colleagues have been right at the heart of that in state government, and I know a number of the people in the audience here too also. Really quite an extraordinary effort. Talking of extraordinary, it's why we're here today. We're here to celebrate excellence in technology and in Australian innovation. And here at ASG, that's really close to our hearts and why we wanted to be part of this. So we're very proud to be sponsoring the award for the Technology Platform Innovation of the Year. It's close to our hearts. Basically, that's what our business is about. We are about assisting our clients to drive change and innovate in their businesses. And we use IT as a major enabler to do that. We do it in many forms. We provide business and IT advisory services, helping to identify opportunities to innovate and put shape on them and make them happen. We deliver solutions and platforms that fundamentally transform the customer or citizen experience at the other end of that technology. And then we take the pain away from running the IT operation so that our clients can concentrate, frankly, on what they do best. And we get on with running the IT for them. So just a couple of tasters of examples of work that we've done in terms of technical delivery and platforms. Firstly, with the Australian Electoral Commission, we were front and centre of revamping all their web hosting platforms, which on federal election on or around that event had to withstand 100 million hits onto the online services, the web platform. But it also had to be designed to scale down to slower times in different times of the year, obviously, to support all those online services and applications that their community expect at quieter times. Another example closer to home in the utilities industry with SA Power Networks. We've been very much part of a program termed Value and Visibility, which is award-winning in its own right. And basically what it does is optimise the investment in the electricity assets underpinning South Australian electricity distribution generation. So that's a couple of examples of where we've brought technology to play and helped to innovate on behalf of our clients. I could talk about many more. Time is short, obviously. If you'd like to hear anything more about our business or those case studies, please do call me directly. But otherwise, I'm going to get on to the important business of the night. And I'm going to hand over to our MC, Ben, who's going to take us through the finalists for the Technology Platform iAward for 2020. Ben, over to you.
Thanks, David. So our first finalist is Takuma Control Orb by Annette McClellan and Michael Griffin of Takuma Proprietary Limited. Takuma is an orb and it uses force-based sensors to register small amounts of force from the user pushing and pulling the orb in 6 degrees, translating that force to the device the user's controlling. This intuitive, robust and universally accepted technology has just been patented here in Australia. And our second finalist is XDI Platform by XDI Cross Dependence Initiative. Climate change is a massive problem for our society and for our future. And the XDI platform is a cloud-based analysis tool that brings together hundreds of data sets from climate, weather, land use, planning and infrastructure. And the innovative platform provides detailed vulnerability and risk information for any built asset anywhere in the world, enabling many millions of calculations from accessing physical risk needs to providing supercomputing power. So back to David to announce the winner.
And now for the winner of the 2020 Technology Platform Solution of the Year Award. A drum roll, please. Congratulations to Takuma Control Orb, and that's Annette McClelland and Michael Griffin. Many congratulations to the two of you and to your team behind you. Well done, guys.
Annette and Michael, congratulations.
Great, thank you.
Now, we can't have a celebration without some party poppers. So how does it feel to be our first winner?
Oh, feels pretty great. Great to be here and great to be picked and great to be alongside other innovations here in South Australia.
So let's talk a little bit about the orb. You're effectively replacing the joystick, aren't you? Really, that dates back to like World War I to control complex devices. Is that correct?
Yes, so we can replace up to 3 standard joysticks, allowing you to control all the directions with two to three fingers.
Yeah, right. And so where did the idea come from?
My co-founder, Michael Griffin, was out trying to fly a drone and control the camera at the same time, and that can take up to 4 joysticks or little dials and things. You end up doing Pilates with your hands. So he thought there must be a better way, and so he built one which you can control the drone entirely with just 2 fingers, and you've got your other hand free to control the peripherals such as the camera.
Fantastic. And you've now got a patent, I believe, on the orb as well.
Yes, we've been granted the payment in Australia and are currently in national phase in the USA, Europe, Japan and China.
Well done. Congratulations. Enjoy the celebrations this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Ever since we've gone mobile on the Now platform, something's gotten into the office.
I hear you. Feels like there's no barriers between departments now.
Think everyone appreciates it?
I do.
Huh. Forgot my glasses.
ServiceNow, the smarter way to workflow.
All right, now we're on to our second award, the Government and Public Sector Solution of the Year. And presenting this award today is Greg Rabinowitz, South Australian Territory Manager for ServiceNow. Welcome, Greg.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Greg Rabinowitz, Territory Manager for South Australia at ServiceNow. ServiceNow is the proud national government and public sector award sponsor of the 2020 iAwards. It's my pleasure to be joining you in your homes and workplaces today for the 2020 iAwards. The iAwards unearth, recognise and reward excellence in Australian innovation. The innovation and capability of the applicants is extraordinary, and you should all be proud of your contributions to the thriving ecosystem in Australia. The goals of the iAwards align very closely with our purpose at ServiceNow, to make the world of work work better for people. ServiceNow gives you the power to make work better, no matter the circumstances. So employees can be productive wherever they are, and customers can get what they need when they need it. That's what we call the smarter way to workflow. As the National Government Award sponsor, I'm here today to announce the finalists and winner of the South Australian and Northern Territory 2020 iAwards Government and Public Sector Solution of the Year Award. Now to introduce our finalists.
So our first finalist is the NT Antisocial Behaviour App, developed by the Department of the Chief Minister, Larrakia Nation and SRA. The NT government recognised the need to address antisocial behaviour concerns and to support the community for non-emergency assistance. The Department of the Chief Minister partnered with the LNAC, which is the Larrakia Nation Aboriginal Corporation, and SRA to develop mobile apps which allow public reporting of antisocial behaviour. The innovative solution sends submissions via a mobile app to the LNAC to schedule a call out and assists people without the need for a potentially confrontational police intervention. Our second finalist is the Schools with Internet Technology, or SWIFT, by the SA Department for Education. Internet connectivity is an important enabler for school improvement. It supports the SA Department for Education's aspiration to be the best in Australia and become a world-class education system. The innovative SWIFT solution is a world-class digital platform using integrated connectivity solution for schools and preschools right across the state. Through the use of SWIFT, the opportunities are endless for educators to teach differently and for students to collaborate and access online capabilities with confidence so that they can reach for the stars. And our third finalist is AIIA by Legal Services Commission of South Australia. The Legal Services Commission of South Australia facilitated the development of this next technology solution. AIIA helps separating couples make parenting arrangements and to divide their money and property simply. AIIA uses artificial intelligence to make suggestions about dividing money and property based on the information that's entered into the technology. The artificial intelligence considers the legal principles and applies them to specific circumstances to help couples in need. So back to Greg to announce the winner.
And now for the winner. The winner of the Government and Public Sector Solution of the Year Award is AIIA from Legal Services Commission of South Australia. Congratulations.
We've got a couple of guys here. We've got Jacob Benici, I think, is joining us here today to talk to us. Jacob, I've got to give you a party popper too.
And David Mazzoni, thank you very much, everyone. I'll let David talk. He's been a part of this throughout the whole thing.
Thanks. We're really pleased to win, and congratulations to all the other finalists, because some very worthy public sector initiatives in that group.
Indeed. That's
Well
fantastic.
done. I mean, one of the reasons I love the
Really good.
iAwards is that we get to recognise great innovation that happens in government and agencies, and usually that flies underneath the radar. I think we've all known, couples who struggled through separation, but why did you set about creating AMICA?
Yeah, from the legal services perspective, a big plank of our philosophy is really empowering people to solve their own problems. And we know how pressured the legal system and the justice sector is. And so we wanted to provide a platform where we could empower people to resolve their own disputes and educate them along the way. And it's really been well received by the clients, which is the most important thing.
That's fantastic. I assume it comes from the word amicable. Is that where it came from?
Yeah, it's designed for amicable couples. We acknowledge that there will always be a need for legal assistance for those complex matters, but we could really see that those couples that were amicable really had the best chance of resolving their own disputes. So we were keen to sort of make a play on that in the naming.
Well done. A great service for couples in need. So well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, I'd like to now welcome our South Australian State Council Chair to join us to say a few words. Thanks, Karen.
Nina Mani, my name is Karen Garrity and I'm the Chair of the AIIA South Australian Council. It is my great pleasure to welcome you today to the 2020 South Australia Northern Territory iAwards. This is always my favourite time of year. It's great to see you all, and it's great to see so much innovation coming from our industry. It's always an exciting time. I'd like to take the opportunity to acknowledge that we are speaking to you today from the traditional lands of the Kaurna people, and that we acknowledge their relationship to their country and their elders past, present and emerging. We are all gathered in spirit rather than physically. We are in lounge rooms, offices and classrooms, and it will be great to see all the fabulous entrants and innovations that have come into this award this year and to see who the winners are. And guys and girls, we are barracking for you in the Nationals. We'd like to see South Australia and Northern Territory shine in the Nationals. I'd like to take the opportunity as well to thank the Premier and his department for their continued support of the annual iAwards as well as the Premier's Awards. And I can't wait to see who the entrants are this year. I'd like to thank Minister Pisoni and his department for their continued engagement with our industry and their tireless effort for finding collaborative opportunities. I'd like to thank the South Australian Council and all my mates who gathered with me together for all the work we've done this year and for a great year. Together we've been designing a whole bunch of very interesting events, creating relationships with new industries like space and defence, setting up great relationships with the Office of the Industry Advocate and the Office of the Chief Entrepreneur, connecting our industry with Lot 14 and the Department for Innovation and Skills. We've been contributing to policy papers and government consultations on procurement, on infrastructure and on the high-tech strategy. And finally, we've set up relationships with ministers and the Premier on the AIIA white paper coming out of COVID. It is our industry that provides great opportunities for the future, not just in this state, but in the country. Now, speaking of the Council, there's also a great opportunity coming up for you. If you want to make a difference to the AIIA in South Australia, now's your time. Nominate to be one of the councillors. Elections are coming up and there are going to be 3 vacancies on the council this year. It'd be great to see you. Now, before I hand over to the next speaker, I'd like to just acknowledge the effort and the innovation from all entrants this year. Without you, there wouldn't be iAwards. It is great to see so many, a record number of entries this year. And of course, as South Australians and Northern Territorians, we are keeping our fingers firmly crossed for you in the Nationals. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking part in the annual iAwards. Thank you. Nā Talia.
At Dell Technologies, we believe technology has the power to drive human progress. Improving healthcare, gender equity, education, and the environment is all part of building the future we want to live in. It's why we're committed to bold goals over the next 10 years, because we can't just talk about progress. We must make progress real. It starts with our team. When we're diverse and inclusive, we reflect our customers, and we're able to unleash innovation. That's why by 2030, 50% of our global workforce and 40% of our global leadership will be women. It's why we're launching STEM programs to foster the next wave of technology leaders and AI initiatives to help us mitigate bias. Through all of this, we must make sure our business practices are sustainable, so we're reimagining how future products are designed and delivered. By 2030, 100% of our packaging and over 50% of our product contents will be made from recycled or renewable materials. Plus, for every product a customer buys, we'll take back an equivalent product to reuse or recycle. We must act on a global scale, including everyone in the coming digital wave. So we're committing to transform the lives of 1 billion people in the next 10 years. Through technology, we'll advance healthcare, education, and economic opportunity initiatives around the globe. It's not only what we do, but how we do it. At the core of all these goals is our enduring promise to uphold ethics and privacy. By 2030, we will fully automate our data control processes, making it easier for our customers to access, delete, or update their personal data. At Dell Technologies, we believe innovation is the key to a better future. When we bring together new thinking, new solutions, new collaborations, and new voices, we can make progress real.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you to Dell Technologies Australia and New Zealand for sponsoring our next award this afternoon, the Education and Student Solution of the Year Award. Chris Osborne, who's the Regional Sales Director for Commercial in WA, SA and New Zealand for Dell Technologies, is going to join me now to present this award. Thanks, Chris.
Hello and welcome, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be with you here today as a proud sponsor of the iAwards celebrating the innovation of 2020. I'm Chris Osborne from Dell Technologies, and I'm excited to be joining you from my home here in Adelaide for the South Australia and Northern Territory iAwards 2020. As we've navigated through 2020, I'm sure that you'll agree that we've seen our technology play a critical role in our homes, our communities and businesses across Australia, as we've all had to adapt to the circumstances evolving around us. At Dell Technologies, we pride ourselves on creating technologies that drive human progress. As the world faces many challenges, some of which we've never experienced before, we're committed to empowering individuals, students, organisations and communities with technologies that help lead the way to a digital future. In this time of accelerated change, we at Dell remain committed to helping our education customers adapt to new models of teaching and learning. While there have been many heroes that have shone through in our time of need this year, I'd like to give a special shout out to the educators that have ensured that education outcomes continue to be delivered in what can only be described as challenging situations. I'm here today to announce our finalists and winner for the South Australia and Northern Territory 2020 iAwards Education and Student Solution of the Year Award. And now to introduce our finalists.
Okay, so our first finalist is called Move to New City by Savan Disenayaki, an innovative technology developed by 14-year-old student Savan from Glenunga High School. Move to New City is a web and mobile platform which co-creates settlement knowledge when moving to a new city in a single place to enable a social dialogue. The Move to New City website and mobile application uses HTML5 for the respective content on the web pages, and the site's aesthetic features have been developed using the CSS function of HTML. Our next finalist is 365 Ways to Save Our Planet by Sahili Disenayaki. You recognise that surname? So 10-year-old Sahili from Seymour College is very keen on innovation and computer programming and enjoys solving real-world problems. Her innovation, 365 Ways to Save Our Planet, is a platform that provides useful tips on recycling, conserving energy efficiency and other green living initiatives, based on proven research and concepts using HTML5, CSS, Java and JavaScript. The solution helps people with practical tips to do their part to save our planet. And our third finalist is Growing with Gratitude Minecraft World by Growing with Gratitude. Growing with Gratitude works with young people to build and protect their mental well-being through teaching important skills of gratitude, kindness, empathy, positive reflection, and serving others. Submitted by a group of clever and passionate students from Kilkenny Primary School, Growing with Gratitude partnered with Microsoft using its Minecraft education platform to create a game world that teaches young people these skills in a fun and innovative way. Back to Chris to announce the winner.
So it now gives me great pleasure to announce our winner of the iAwards Education and Student Solution of the Year Award for 2020 is Savan Disaniaki for the Innovation Move to New City. Congratulations, Savan.
So we have Savan's mother here, Mano, representing him while he's at school today. Well, he couldn't even wag a day off school to come and accept this prestigious award. Congratulations, Mano.
Thank you. He'll be so happy.
You must be very proud.
Actually, yeah, so my daughter and son, Savin and Saheli, got into the final. So yeah, proud parents.
So what's going on in your house to have two finalists in the awards today?
I think they're quite passionate about solving real world problems, and we as parents, we encourage them in whatever the ways we can. So I guess that's the backstory.
And so how did Savan come up with the idea for Move to New City?
So we as a family moved to Adelaide in 2012. And I think he experienced in different facets how the settlement experience can be quite daunting, and how people who have already been through that could help the others. And we have seen since then, we have seen so many people in the community, our friends. He has seen his friends at school who have moved to Adelaide, and we often come across people who move to other cities as well. So I think he saw a gap or a need in terms of connecting with real people and getting the real lived experiences from them. And I think that whole thing about sharing the experiences makes the settlement for another person a very pleasant one.
Oh, that's fantastic. Please pass on our congratulations and from the hundreds of people on this call to both Savan and to Sahili today for their awards. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to take a short 5-minute break now. Now's your chance to network on the platform, grab a coffee, go to the bathroom, or if you're one of our winners who's already celebrating, maybe it's time to top up your champers. We'll see you back here in 5 minutes' time. Hey, welcome back. All right, we're now on to our fourth award, the Not-for-Profit and Community Solution of the Year. And to present this award, I'm going to welcome Darren Vanstone, who's the Marketing Director, Asia Pacific at Civica. Darren, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Darren Vanstone, APAC Marketing Director from Civica, and I'm excited to be joining you in your homes today in our virtual event platform. We hope you have had a chance to put in your business card details to be able to connect and network with everyone here today. Civica is a leading global software provider for public services and regulated markets, and we have a long track record of supporting community, not-for-profit and public sector organisations to improve service delivery using digital technologies. Our solutions help home, aged and disability care providers, social housing providers, local governments and numerous other not-for-profit and public sector organisations to support their communities here in Australia and the region. It's my pleasure to announce the finalist and winner of the Not-for-Profit and Community Sector of the Year award. Congratulations to Health Lab Time Machine from Menzies School of Health Research in collaboration with IBM, KWP Tech and Bridging the Gap Foundation on taking out this category at the South Australia and Northern Territory iAwards 2020.
Congratulations.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. That's what an honour.
Nicole from the Menzies School of Health Research, congratulations. What a great initiative. Perhaps you can just tell us a little bit about Health Lab Time Machine and what it does.
Yeah, so it's a great way to get the user to have a look at their face, take a selfie on an iPad and travel through time and age yourself by 10, 20, 40 years and see what will happen to your face if you smoke, use alcohol or have a poor diet, and compare that to a healthy lifestyle, and at the end challenge yourself about which choice you'd like to make.
I think it's fantastic. I reckon there's probably a few people on this call that wish they had that technology about 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's great to see young people using it. They some of them will sort of take the photo, capture it, take it home, show the parents, say this is what happens when you smoke. It's very interesting.
So I read in your application that we need to educate youth by stealth when it comes to health. What's the reason behind why aren't kids interested in what the future looks like without technology like this?
This is a great adjunct to everything that we've already got at Health Lab, which is very interactive. But this particular app will sort of cross travel barriers, cultural and language barriers. It's great that it can be upstreamed and used everywhere across the territory and potentially Australia.
Fantastic. Well, what a great initiative, and thank you for creating some great tech to help our young people. Congratulations.
Yeah, and thank you. And I'd also like to thank KWP Advertising helped collaborate with us on this project, and IBM who supported us, and the Bridging the Gap Foundation that brought us all together. So thanks very much for that.
Fantastic.
And thank you to the sponsors
Great
today.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get to our next award, our team are live tweeting these awards, so get involved using the hashtag iAwards 2020. And another quick thank you to our national sponsor for the iAwards, our Victorian government for the major national iAwards partner, NBN Co as our principal partner, and the University of Queensland as our national iAwards sponsor. For our next award, which is the Startup of the Year award, I'm handing over to Christopher Kirk, who's the General Manager here in Adelaide for Stone and Chalk, to present this award. Over to you, Chris.
Hello and welcome to everyone here today. I'm Chris Kirk, General Manager of Stone and Chalk, and I'm excited to be joining you for the South Australian and Northern Territory iAwards 2020. Stone & Chalk is a non-for-profit that exists to nurture, connect and propel entrepreneurs seeking to solve some of the world's biggest challenges. Founded in FinTech in Sydney in 2015. Last year we partnered with the South Australian Government to launch the Startup Hub right here at Lot 14 in Adelaide. And today we provide growth, commercialisation support and collaborative workspace for over 200 globally competitive startups across a whole range of emerging tech sectors. It is with great excitement that we're here to be announcing our finalists and the winner for the South Australian and Northern Territory 2020 iAwards Startup of the Year Award. And now, to introduce our finalists.
All right, so for our first finalist is Paolo AI Health Check by Outthought and the University of South Australia. Paolo is an AI virtual assistant health coach, which provides personal coaching to individuals to encourage them to follow a healthy lifestyle with an ongoing and long-term commitment. The company Outthought has built this innovative technology based on Cloud Foundry and is hosted in a secure IBM public cloud service. Paolo helps users increase their physical activity and improves their diet through her conversations and guidance. Our second finalist is Prime Size and Blue Crystal Solutions. Developed by Blue Crystal Solutions, Prime Size is a technology tool used to identify opportunities to reduce cost by providing efficient, future state architectures to enable replatforming of applications, database consolidations and transformations. Prime Size uses serverless computing with AWS to process the data designed for IT decision makers. Prime Size provides the information needed to make critical cost saving across the technology used by business. And our third finalist is Goldilocks by Goldilocks Suit Proprietary Limited. Parents are constantly worrying about how to know if their baby is breathing properly or if their baby's hungry or sick or distressed. And this uncertainty is a major cause of stress and anxiety in parents, which is manifested in 70 to 80% of parents having the baby blues. The solution? Goldilocks, a smart singlet which uses cutting-edge e-textile sensors built into the fabric to seamlessly connect wellbeing data about the baby and transmitting it via Bluetooth low energy to a phone. Back to Chris to announce our winner.
And now, for the moment you have all been waiting for. The winner of the iAwards 2020 Startup of the Year is Goldilocks Suit for their innovation Goldilocks. Well done, Goldilocks.
Hey, congratulations. We've got Gemma Rich as the director here. What a sensational idea.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm here for a South Australian-based company. I'm actually in Wellington at the moment, but I'm streaming in for this special occasion.
This is a big step up from the standard baby monitor that most of us would know, which has just got some audio between one room and the other. Where did the idea generate from?
It came from the experience of being a parent. Being a first-time parent, and you come home with your baby and it's all wonderful in the hospital, but when you come home, it's like, wow, what happens here? What we really try and do is give new parents especially confidence that even if their baby is crying and seeming to be upset, actually their heart rate's fine, they're breathing fine, they're actually healthy, it's just normal baby life. Just hug them.
I think it's fantastic. It obviously has a pretty broad appeal for all parents. Are there any particular parents that you're targeting in, or specific customers that you're targeting in general?
Yeah, so it's the first time parents because we really want to reduce the anxieties with parenting. Actually, one of our taglines is trying to make a first time parent think like a second time parent. I've just become a second time parent. I'm not quite sure if our baby was really easy, but the second time was so much easier. So we're really trying to give parents an understanding of what it is actually like to be an experienced parent, and we're going to help them with that through technology.
I had my kids quite a way apart, I think 5 years. So by the time the second kid came around, I'd completely forgotten everything the first time. So I think you might even have another target market there as well.
Fantastic.
Obviously, this collaboration didn't happen on your own. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank that's helped you get this far?
Yes, definitely. So we're here because of the support, the significant support from the MedTech Actuator and from Artesian Investments. They believed in us right from the start, and they've been a fantastic help for us with their network and also with investments and the expertise they bring as well. So special thanks to them.
So are you shipping product today?
No, we've got a closed product launch, which is going to be launched in the Stone and Chalk offices actually in early December. And then we'll be shipping product to the public in February next year.
Then you start making money and then you might be able to pay yourself.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I now want to introduce Ryan Williams, who's the Head of National Stakeholder Relationships from our principal partner for 2020, NBN Co. Over to you, Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan Williams, Head of National Stakeholder Relations at NBN Co, and we are proud to be the principal partner for the iAwards 2020. This year has meant the need to be adaptable, which is why I'm recording this message on my computer in my home office, possibly with kids shouting in the background at any moment. NBN has worked hard this year with industry to ensure that everyone can do what they need to work, educate, and stay connected while at home. To do so, we've had to think differently, be creative and innovate, something that the nominees in this year's awards know how to do very well. NBN Co is proud to be associated with AIIA and the iAwards, which celebrates those leading the way in our digital evolution. This aligns so well with our singular purpose to lift the digital capability of Australia. Finally, NBN wishes everyone the best of luck for the awards and congratulates the winners. Thank you.
The way Australian businesses operate is being redefined. Almost all Australian small businesses now have access to high-speed broadband, and it's a game changer. But research shows the majority of small businesses are yet to fully embrace the opportunity this brings. Half of Australian businesses invest less than 1% of revenue on technology. Businesses who invest the most in tech have higher rates of revenue and employment growth, with increased spend on internet having the strongest business impact. So there's a lot to be gained from small businesses embracing the potential of internet connectivity. The NBN Access Network is helping small businesses thrive in a connected society. Visit our website for more information.
Alrighty, so our next award for the afternoon is the Business and Industry Solution of the Year Award. And we're going to cross now to Dr. Judy Halliday, who's the Acting Chief Operating Officer at the Office of the SA Chief Entrepreneur in the Department of Innovation and Skills. And we're going to invite her to our virtual stage to present this award. So thank you, Dr. Halliday.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations for entering the iAwards and getting to a finalist category here. Hopefully, we'll see some great South Australian Northern Territory businesses represented in the national iAwards. As you're probably aware, the South Australian Government has a real focus on entrepreneurship and innovation and how that can build and grow industry in this state. We're very excited about these awards, and it's a pleasure to be here and I guess announce the finalists for the awards.
Okay, so our finalists for this award, the first one is Matilda Smart Transit Hub by Sage Automation. Today's autonomous and connected vehicles need connection with transit hubs to deliver a seamless passenger experience. Equipped with smart technology, the Matilda Smart Transit Hub is a solution enabling infrastructure for transport services to be safer, accessible and flexible. Passengers can talk directly to Matilda via a cognitive voice assistant and ask questions such as, where can I get a cup of coffee nearby? Or when will the next bus be here? And passengers receive an immediate response. Matilda communicates real-time with passengers and vehicles and online and city transport systems to connect the user to local businesses nearby. Our second finalist is JobWriter Pro by Art of Staff Proprietary Limited. Designed to help cut down the valuable hours for people working in human resources, JobWriter Pro is an online job description writer that is a template and database driven, providing consistency of documentation and job description language. Developed by Art of Staff, JobWriter Pro is a fully live solution making a positive difference to the management of job descriptions for clients. The technology is built on a Microsoft.NET platform using Visual Basic, Microsoft SQL, HTML, and JavaScript jQuery, and it's hosted on Microsoft's Azure platform. And the third in our finalists is Grata by Heathfield High School. The creative students from Heathfield High School care about their fellow students. They developed Grata, the grade tracking and attendance monitoring system. Grata allows teachers to track students who are achieving or who are underachieving or falling behind, allowing the sharing of this important information with parents and the students. When I was in high school, there is no way that I would have developed this technology to let my mother know what was going on, but I think it's great for them. Grata is a web application that's built using a combination of open source software and frameworks, including JavaScript and HTML. So well done to our finalists, and back to Dr. Judy Halliday to announce our winner.
Well, wow, what a terrific array of interesting projects from a broad spectrum of applications. It's really exciting to see such innovation alive and well in South Australia. And it is my great pleasure to announce that the winner this year is Matilda Smart Transit Hub from the team at Sage Automation. Sage Automation is a great example of a terrific, innovative South Australian company. Congratulations.
Well done, team. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
So for those that haven't seen or don't understand what Matilda is, can you explain the elements of Matilda to us?
Yeah, Matilda was built specifically in the first instance for the autonomous vehicle industry, particularly around how we can tie in and support disability and aged care applications. So the technologies that have been evolved have been around how we can actually use that technology to test and trial and validate how we're going to have connected vehicle solutions to be able to support disability and aged care applications. And yeah, so we're really proud of winning this award. It's fantastic. Thanks.
Yeah, fantastic. And I believe it was the first in the world, is that correct?
Yeah, so Matilda is a first in the world in the fact that it communicates and connects to vehicles in real time. It's totally portable, so it works on a solar solution, so we can move it around to be able to create different applications in the market.
Mm. So can you talk to the plans of what you're going to do with Matilda going forward?
Yeah, so Matilda is not just about the actual bus stop itself, it's about how we can deploy the technologies nationally in existing stops, stations and the like. So we've been working, our team's been working really hard on deploying that into existing solutions, and we're rolling that out in the first lot of councils in South Australia, which is really exciting.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Damien. Congratulations to all of the team at Sage. I love the fact that you're helping bring the future, like we've just seen it, like we've seen in the movies, to our state. Well done.
Thanks very much.
South Australia is clever. It has always been a place that inspires individuals, groups and organisations to think big and embrace innovation. Now, the South Australian Government has a plan to further harness these skills to drive growth across the state. Innovation ignites an entrepreneurial and creative culture in South Australia, which in turn drives sustainable economic growth. The state's highly skilled and responsive workforce gives employers access to the right mix of staff to drive innovation, improve productivity and thrive in global markets. To meet the state's future skills needs, the South Australian Government is investing in thousands of apprenticeship and traineeship opportunities that are attractive to job seekers, business and industry. South Australia's world-class education system is educating the workforce of tomorrow and attracts leading minds to the state through skilled migration to help sustain industry growth. These skills and entrepreneurial thinking will propel South Australia forward. Growth State, our plan for growing South Australia.
Alrighty, we're on the home stretch now. Just a quick reminder that this isn't the only event. There's another one coming up, another two coming up, in fact, and tickets are on sale on the AIIA website for the Digital Canberra iAwards, which are next Tuesday, the 20th of October, and for the National iAwards on Tuesday, the 17th of November. Okay, we're on to our final award of the day, the South Australia Premier's iAward for Innovation in the Public Sector. And the winner of this award has been chosen from all the public sector finalists you've seen throughout the afternoon, and they're going to be walking away with $10,000 thanks to the South Australian Government. I'd like to invite Dr. Eva Belan-Vanook, who's the Executive Director of ICT and Digital Government for the Department of Premier of Campbell here in South Australia, to let us know who will be taking out the award this afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eva Belan-Vanook. I'm the Executive Director for ICT and Digital Government in the Department of the Premier and Cabinet in South Australia, and I'm really delighted to be with you this afternoon on behalf of the Premier to announce the Premier's iAward for 2020 for Innovation in the Public Sector. What an incredible year it's been, a year of many challenges for all of us, but throughout all of this time, the public sector continues to innovate, identify new ways to serve our community, and make sure that things just keep on running. So amidst all of this turmoil and all of this change, I'm so delighted on behalf of the Premier to announce the winner of the Premier's iAward for Innovation in the Public Sector. And the winner is Amica from the Legal Services Commission in South Australia. Congratulations.
Well done. Congratulations again. I've got a few party poppers. You get all of my remaining party poppers for this afternoon. Not only does the AIIA think that you've done an amazing job, and so does the Premier. What does that mean to you?
Look, we're really pleased and honoured to be sort of recognised for the efforts. For us, though, you know, it couldn't have occurred without the significant contribution from clients, people who, you know, it was very much a human-centred design approach, who designed this around what they needed rather than what we thought they needed, and the fantastic support we had internally from the Legal Services Commission project team, our external developers, Portable, who helped as a design partner, and the funding from the Commonwealth Government to help get this off the ground. So we're really honoured and appreciative.
So any ideas how you might spend the prize money?
We'll probably put it straight back in development, I think. As you know, with anything like this, there's so many things that we, you know, have had to, I guess, just get the proof of concept up and launch the app as we can. But speaking to the people, there are so many more things we can help them with and empower them with. So that money will help go towards making this go a little bit further and helping a few more people.
Mate, a worthy cause. Well done and congratulations again.
Thank you. Thanks again.
Okay, well, thank you for having me as your host today. Don't go just yet. To wrap up our afternoon, I'm now going to introduce the AIIA CEO, Ron Gauci, to our virtual stage. Handing over to you, Ron.
Thanks, Ben. It's actually fantastic to be able to sit back and watch someone else do the honours. So well done. Appreciate you doing that. And very, very well done, everyone, as well. You heard a number of messages through the course of the awards ceremony about the impact of COVID. And it's very easy, I guess, to focus on the disruption that's occurred and the negative impacts that have occurred and the lockdowns and restrictions and the likes. But when you look at the entries for this year's iAwards, and you heard Karen mention earlier that we had a record number. We not only had a record number of entries, but we also had such high quality entries as well. And when you actually put that into perspective, what it highlights is just how inspirational this industry is and how much of a positive impact it has on so many lives, not only in industry, but personally as well, and not only in Australia, but potentially globally as well. We know that previous winners of the iAwards have gone on to actually take on a global stage and make an impact on so many people's lives and in the lives of so many organisations as well. So what the takeout is here is that the inspiration that we get from our innovators has been terrific. We really have put the I in iAwards this year with moving to the biggest pitch, a virtual ceremony here, and the whole process of recognising, supporting and acknowledging our winners, including the prize money there in that last award. So congratulations. Now the journey continues for the winners. Those of you who were announced today will go on to the round 2 judging, and that round 2 judging occurs on the 21st and 22nd of October. So you will have a time slot to work with our judges and go on to the nationals. And as the very parochial team in South Australia have already said, they want to see South Australians go on and take top national honours as well. The other part of the journey for you is you get to carry the iAwards logo for the next 12 months and use that as part of your marketing collateral. That'll start with our media release tomorrow. There will be a media release announcing all of our winners across for South Australia, across the nation. So it's a terrific opportunity to leverage the win. And I absolutely encourage our winners and even our finalists to take advantage of the media opportunity. I want to thank everyone for joining, especially in this format, and hopefully you've used the platform to network, get involved in the social media and all the other aspects of that, as well as getting to know a bit more about our speakers, our sponsors and our entrants. To the team at Perfect Events and Encore, done a magnificent job in presenting this platform. I can tell you there's a lot of activity that's going on, underneath the covers here of the presentation we've given you. As professional as it looks, that takes a lot of hard work. So thank you to the team for presenting today. To the board of the AIIA, our staff and the South Australian State Council and its members, thank you so much for your support as well. To our sponsors, the major National iAward partner, Vic Government, principal partner, NBN Co, the National iAward sponsor, University of Queensland, and our category award sponsors as well, Tech Platform, ASG, the National Government and Public Sector Solution of the Year, ServiceNow, Education and Student Solution of the Year, sponsor Dell Technologies, Australia, New Zealand, Not-for-Profit and Community Solution of the Year, Civica, Startup of the Year, Stone and Chalk, and Business and Industry Solution of the Year, Department of Innovation. To everyone that's entered this year's awards, thank you for making your time available, and I know it's not an easy task to put your entries together, so well done and congratulations to everyone who has now gone on to success and be finalists. As Ben mentioned, the next awards are the 2020 Digital Canberra Awards next Tuesday, the 20th of October. Tickets are on sale for that. And then, of course, you have the national awards as well. Finally, to our judges, thank you so much for your generosity and your time, particularly given round 2 is coming up as well. Really appreciate that under the leadership of Gary Buck. I think that's everything from me. Just remember to stay safe, stay well, and we look forward to seeing you at the Nationals on November the 17th. Ben, thank you. South Australia, thank you. Good afternoon.